This is going to be some quick tips on how to create docs, the different shortcuts that you can use to go to the main docs page in order to create the documents. Also how you can select a template and make use of the template within your Google Docs. So that will give you a quick structure that you can use creating documents. Once you've logged into your Google account, there's a number of ways to create a doc. And one of the shortcuts that you can use is docs.google.com. You can also bookmark this so that at any point you can open up and you can create a document. What this will do is it's going to bring you to the path where we've got the Google Docs. This is where the main dashboard is for the docs, where you can start a new doc. You can select from the various templates, as well as you can see your recent docs and do some sorting of your documents. You can also go into the Google Drive, and under the tab in the top left-hand side under New, you can select from there in the drop-down, and in the drop-down menu there's going to be an option for Google Docs. That's also going to be a direct way to create a new Google Doc. Also, when you do have a doc open, under the File, you can select New, and that's also another way to create a new document. Also, whenever you are logged into your Google account and on any of the Google websites, you're going to have the three icons in the top right-hand side of your application. And from here, you can select all of the Google apps, and there as well, you can select and create going to the various Google accounts. If you scroll down far enough, you should see an option to create docs. This is another way to create a brand new doc, bringing into the back to the docs dashboard. And from here, you can make a selection of the docs. So when you are creating a doc, you have some options. You can either create a brand new doc or you can use from the templates. The templates are a great way to quickly create a document that's going to be structured in a certain format. So if you are looking to create different resumes, letters, project proposals, brochures, and to open up the template gallery, you just click the button here where it says template gallery, and this is going to open up all of the different available templates that you have. If you are within a Google Workspace, these are going to be customized by your Google administrator. So these can differ depending on what you've set up. There's also different add-ons that you can add that can create and help you create any one of these documents. So this is a great and excellent resource that you can select in order to quickly create a Google Doc that's going to be structured. I'm going to go ahead and select the resume, and the resume template is going to open up with a pre-filled template where you can simply select and populate your own information into the text areas. And then once you've set it, of course, this is going to be saved on your Google Drive. So once you've created the document, it's going to be saved directly on your Google Drive. So now you can go into the Drive. Once the document is created, it's going to be sitting within the Drive, and then you can select and open it at any point. You can also create a special folder to save your documents that you're working on, and that is suggested within the Google Drive that you do create documents that you can interact with, that you can store together in different categories within your Drive using a folder-like structure. And from here, now you can select, you can drag it and drop it in, so that will move it into that new folder that was just created. You can also drag it and drop it back into the main Google Drive. Also within the document, you have an option to move the document. So selecting that, and this is going to pop up a window where you've got your Drive, and from here you can select all of the different folders, and here's the resume one that was just created. So we'll just open that resume folder. You can also create new folders from the pop-up window. So that's selecting the new folder, and this will create a brand new folder, and from here you can add and move your file into that. And going back into the Drive, we just created a new folder within the resume, and there's the resume that's sitting there. Also within the file, there's the option to move. So that's another way that you can select and move your documents. And it is suggested that you do create folders in order to be able to better locate your documents within the Drive. So this move button will pop open that same pop-up window that we just saw here within the quick menu that allows us to move the documents and set them in certain locations. You can also add a star to the document. Adding a star makes it a little bit more easier to find. You can see that now within the Drive, the star has been added. And this also allows you to go into the starred directory in order to be able to see the items that are starred, and now this is going to be one of those items in there. So this is a way that you can highlight certain documents that you're currently working on in order to find them more effectively. So selecting in the folders on the right hand side, you can select all of the starred items, and this will give you a listing of the starred items. So it is suggested that you do use the stars in order to reference important documents and documents that you want to open and be able to find quickly. You can also search within the drive in order to search out using the name of the document, and there's also the recent and different ways to sort through the documents within the Google Drive to make it a lot easier to be able to find them. If you go down to the document details under the file menu, it'll provide you details of where it's located, so the folder that it's sitting in. So we did move it into the new folder, the owner, when it was modified, and when it was created. So you can get that information as well under the file option within the Google Doc. So go ahead and try it out and create a bookmark over at docs.google.com so that you can quickly and easily open up the dashboard and create docs either from a template or select the recently used documents.